Xi Jinping has a habit of lying, be it to the world or his own country. At the center of this habitual lying have been large-scale infrastructure projects. In case of the Belt and Road Initiative, he sold the dream of exporting China's developmental practices the world over. At the same time, he sold the idea of Chinese pride and the rise of China as a superpower to domestic audience. However, with time, both these ideals are crumbling under the weight of his paranoia. Similarly, when the Chinese people started questioning the viability of reunification of Taiwan, he sold the idea of a bridge through the Taiwan Strait to Taipei. However, just like the BRI, this too is fast turning into a failed project. Hi and welcome to TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Atul Mishra, and in this video I will tell you how CCP wanted to make a bridge from China to Taiwan but ended up building a ledge for people to jump from. Let's begin. China's government approved a plan to extend the bridge from Pingtan to Taiwan's main island on March 11th, 2021, the last day of the National People's Congress. But the Taiwanese side did not offer their approval. The touted 130-kilometer bridge is set to be completed in 2035, and at the same time, a tunnel beneath the Taiwan Strait was planned accordingly, connecting Beijing and Taipei via high-speed train or other ways, indicating China's unprecedented dedication to reunification. This project emulated the long-cherished intent of the Chinese Communist Party to unify what it considers to China. It was meant to build a bridge in the Taiwan Strait and thereby uniting China with Taiwan. This is the romanticized version of what China hopes for, but when it nears reality, the project showcases Beijing's seriousness to take over Taiwan by hook or by crook. Contrary to China's intention of bridging the gap, quite literally, between China and Taiwan, the project has only ended up building a ledge for people to jump into a hopeless abyss. The South China Morning Post on August 5th, 2013 reported that the approved National Highway Network Plan for 2013 to 2030 included two highway projects linking Taiwan to the mainland. In this, one involves the long-proposed Beijing-Taipei Expressway, which would start in Beijing and pass through Tianjin, Hebei, Shandong, Jiangsu, Anhui, Zhejiang, and Fujian's Fuzhou before crossing the strait and reaching Taipei. However, so many years down the line, the romanticized bridge has concluded an early death. In fact, the Taiwan Strait remains the most physically hard and symbolically unreachable barrier to CCP's goal of eventual reunification with the island. More than 6 decades after the establishment of the nationalist government, Taiwan has passed through the hands of both European and Japanese colonial conquerors in its history before locking horns with China over the second part of the 20th century. Military tensions between China and Taiwan have eased in recent years, and since then Beijing's hopes for economic integration has only increased. The second half of Xi Jinping's regime proved that the CCP is not as benevolent as portrayed through state-owned media powerhouses. However, the physical infrastructure China aims to develop across the Taiwan Strait would indefinitely help the country achieve a key geopolitical goal by reconnecting with the island. Xi is seeking an unprecedented third term, and his clarion call of "We are a strong nation boasting China's power" has gone viral. The "hide your might, bid your time" doctrine of Deng Xiaoping is no longer in effect, and China is taking a more forceful stance than ever before. The fact that the Taiwan Strait has been dubbed the most dangerous place in the world is due in large part to China's growing confidence and enthusiasm for the Great Revival. By the end of Xi's third term in 2027, the US military expects China to proceed toward an armed invasion of Taiwan. If the artificial islands in the South China Sea are any indication, then the strategy of the CCP is quite simple. First, construct it, make it a done deal, and deal with the resistance later. China recognizes that this is the most efficient way to achieve many of its foreign objectives. Its winning approach of not fighting pushes forward. This is what it has done at other places and intended to do the same in case of Taiwan. You see, Xi Jinping was present for the opening of the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, which is one of the world's longest bridges. China constructed the 55-kilometer long bridge and undersea tunnel that connects Hong Kong and Macau to the mainland in just over 9 years. The completion of the bridge was feared by Hong Kong locals. Just 1 year down the lane, the Hong Kong security law was passed, putting the city even more under China's control and thereby proving the hypothesis. While CCP was successful in achieving absolute control, it provided an alert to Taiwan regarding the larger plan of the CCP. Michael Beckley, an associate professor with Tufts University, quoted, "China is falling into the peak power trap. And as the CCP becomes more persistent in its endeavors to unify Taiwan, the pushback will be more aggressive. China is on the approach of becoming the world's largest economy, but its real estate bubble, dropping birth rate, and elderly population brings to the forefront its limitation. That is why China seems in such a hurry to declare triumph. However, the decline will make sure that its endeavors remain a pipe dream, with the most obvious example in front of us, the failed bridge of Taiwan."